Hello, welcome back. Again, good time and as per freaking usual. Also, not gonna lie, I forgot this where I left my boy last night. Cause I was, as you can see, working on the archer class. So that my retainer can also have the archer class and actually level up. So I think what I'm gonna be doing is basically like every time I end stream now, at least until I can get to the level I want to get to, I shall just keep leveling up this class by just kind of going off and doing just dungeons and everything else just to try and get what I need. But in the meantime, I need you. But yeah, also apparently they have a thing of where if you like start like a second class, like say like I did for Archer, there is a XP bonus that I can utilize to level up faster. And they're like, yeah, the greater the discrepancy, the easier it is to level up. Oh my god, look at that. She went from level 1 all the way up to level 6? God damn. And she got honey. Nice. So yeah, she can only go up to level 11 currently, unfortunately. Yeah. Also, yeah, I'm gonna send you out again. Because I don't know if it's worth doing at this point in time, or if it'd be better just to, yeah, I could do it there. Nice. Back to where we're actually doing again. What were we doing again? Downgrade. Stupid camp frickin' blue fog. I forgot about that. What region was that again? That was... Is that Thailand? He needs her. But yeah, I wonder if the advice that I saw online of going after like the squishier ones first will actually work this time. Because again, it's not me dying, it's the freaking NPC dying. Okay, interesting. A white maid named Georgina Bush. Like, why Georgina Bush of all things? Like, it's an interesting choice, to be fair. Okay, hopefully this actually goes well. At least I thought I was doing it correctly last time. Because I thought, oh yeah, you know, I'm doing the thing where you're supposed to tackle the freaking squishy ones first and then go for the bigger ones. Unless I just wasn't killing them fast enough. Which again, I think it's more along the lines of like a class issue, maybe? But yeah, apparently there's the other people that were also just kind of struggling with it. Okay, yeah, we're skipping this here because we are going right into this. Travis here. First bear. Okay, well, at least a few more glass seem like they're more alive. So, did you not get stunned, sir? Why did you not get stunned? Bro. I think I got the attention there. Sir? Okay, surely that's enough to keep him alive at this point. There we go. Also, I like the fact that we just did that freaking first try as well. It's like, bro, really? Bind it and do it tight. God damn. Good work, man. She and her imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. Excuse me, sir, we were not yesterday. A real question, actually not a real question, real answer. You were not good yesterday. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see you fallen so low. Huh. What would you know of low? You, a spoiled little lordling who has never known any want. As I say, you already have much of a rebuttal though, sir. 'Cause you ain't wrong. People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it's your God's-given right to rule over others. You know not of our plight, the injustice that we low-born Ishgardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we're not people, but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to survive. Stealing, killing, even whoring myself. It's no fault of mine if the fools imagined me a paragon when I joined the Flames. To hear you tell it, one would think you were the only person ever to have suffered. In any case, you have forgotten. Or in case you have forgotten, Raban himself was born into poverty. As was I. We lived hand to mouth, with little more than the shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others their fortunes. We accepted the hand that we were dealt, and played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle, aye, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin, and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. How are we any different then? Well, it is true that we were both mercenaries of lowly birth. It is true that we both had our fair share of struggles. But whereas I sold my sword, you, Marshal, you sold your comrades. If life has taught me one thing, is that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. But enough talk. You will return to Eldad to face justice, and the people whose trust you have dragged through the gutter. Deja frickin' vu. With what's his face? Laurentis? Admittedly, not quite the same, level to it, but hey. Not so much as a hint of remorse. 'Tis well that this sordid business is finally at an end. A friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. Let's hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Raban chose his. But also, weapon, good sir. We get a new one.
I have heard. Truly bothersome business.
More of you again, sir.
No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Raban. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace.
And what manner this, sir? In like an assassin type manner?
Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
Man, I had such freaking high hopes for that band. And then he did this. Okay, what was that? Conqueror? Oh my god. You know, that actually kind of matches the outfit. I should also do that. God damn. I will miss the Moogle not Moogle Max, Moogle Axe, though. I like that thing. I like the design on it. Also the fact that it fucking made Moogle noises every time I equipped and unequipped it. So there's that. Captain Ilmbard and I have a few questions for the Flame Marsh regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. I mean, I would be very surprised if it wasn't our little elf friend, Eldeji. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Bond, and that shall be the end of it. Your work here is done, my friend. My thanks. But I have one last task for you. Return to the Rising Stones and apprise Minfilia of all that has happened. I'm aware that the antecedent held a relay. I think it's supposed to be relay. Not whatever the hell I was saying before. Because I was saying like Royale. I think it's supposed to be relay. That sounds a little bit more accurate for that. In high regard. For better or worse, you'll want to know what, or how this tale ends. You know, fair. Guess that should be bye-bye. Okay. But yeah, also kind of glad that I still kept grabbing those clothes for Archer Bard class instead of just immediately just throwing them away, because eventually that will be hers. Once I get my class high enough that she can go on the quest I want. Again, all of this just for a freaking little otter boy. But he's cute, he's worth it. And I want him. Because unfortunately, it's also the only way I can get him.
Welcome back, my friend. I have already received word from Alfino.
Random freaking voice acting.
To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Gallian agent. I know not what to say.
Have you? Okay, that was still off of, okay, I was off on both accounts then. Also, voice acting this game is like a goddamn freaking jump scare in a horror game.
Together with Robon, Eileen lent us much needed aid at the time of our Order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then.
I mean, probably in a sense you still did kind of care at the time. Because I think at that point the Guardian Empire was less of a threat at that point. Although I could be wrong.
But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Ascians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled.
Because I wonder if this has anything to do with the, White Crystal?
My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
Yeah.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with white auracite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Ascian souls. Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
In addition to auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
'Tis our belief that an Ascian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
So what, are we trapping them in the aetheroid and then smacking them with ether like we did for transporting me?
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Ascian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Habrea.
How so?
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy.
Yeah, that was when...
Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether.
Yeah, that was when Thancred over here was still possessed by La Habrea.
Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains, however, that Heidelin placed the means to destroy the Ascians in your hands.
Okay, so maybe that means get Ascian in her little etheroid thing, and then we somehow use our little light sword to smash it?
Be that as it may, it would
Or
be
stab it?
unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had two pieces of white auracite? One to trap the Ascian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Interesting idea. But how easy is it to get our hands on a piece of a white auracite, though?
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
So, essentially you need a better storage system then?
It would seem more research is in order.
Yeah, because it kind of seems like basically what level of what it's at right now basically is like the equivalent of, say, I guess earlier days of like computers when it was just like mere megabytes. And it's like, oh, that's not enough to what we need. We need more like what we have now where it's like terabytes. But yeah, that kind of is the best comparison I can think of my head off the top here, as far as like
I'm
being
going
able
to
to
linger a
store
while,
stuff.
perform a
This is
few
kind
more
of the same
tests on the
idea.
aura site. And I could do with some help. Urianger, why don't you lend me a hand?
He's like, I'm not good with you.
Mine apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands.
Oh, we can still do research there, huh?
Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there, then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
Knew that was gonna freaking happen. Just give up already. Besides, she's a lovely lady. She seems to like you.
While you were afield, word arrived from the Charlian motherland.
Oh?
You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Val. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least.
Yeah, because that's where the scholars were, wasn't it?
According to the report, the Isle has been erased from existence. 'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
Again, it still kind of sounds like what happened in One Piece when one of those islands disappeared. Kind of sounds like it's kind of the same idea.
Aye. Yet the mystery endeth not with the isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
Oh, so then it was not just a strike on the island, it was an extremely coordinated effort to get everybody.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
Huh. I wonder if the dimensional compression that they were, I guess, researching would help her with the storage?
All
could be applied
indications
to
suggest
it?
Asian involvement. But I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the Dark Beings call the One True God. We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
I mean, hopefully. Because then we could use the echo to see what she saw. Either that or just let us go to where the Isle of Val, I guess, used to be and see for ourselves. Interesting. And back to the frickin' Sultanate again.
Following the calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
Interesting, I was not, again, Ryu?
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald.
Huh. Because I wonder if it's going to be like the guy that just took over, the Empire, the grandson?
But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the media project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash. We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the Primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
Yeah, because then he had a really easy way of dealing with the primals.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone. In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the Calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Voris Zos Galvus.
The grandson.
So he was Huayu's true master.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea.
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be Lodoretto and the others.
In so
little,
doing, she helped to maintain
faction.
the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
7 hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
Triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
Yeah, she's basically feeding everybody. Or serving everybody.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, Huayu must be made to reveal whose it is.
I mean, it's probably gonna be freaking Adelgi anyways.
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
Yeah, that must be difficult.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
Yeah, because they probably don't know about what she actually's been doing.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
Yeah, I guess there could be like some Minfilia who only knew the one side of her. And was like, would probably be like, what? She did what? That's not like her.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And with that, I take my leave.
Yeah, he's got kind of a big, heavy task ahead of him. A very unpleasant one.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Huayu? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve. I know you can hear me, monitorous scum! Your crimes will not go unpunished! One day I will purge this land of your sickness! Before the eyes of the 12, I swear it!
Hell yeah! Also, not gonna lie, like him alone always made me want to be part of the Immortal Flames.
Your Grace.
It's because he's such a freaking great character.
I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ever since he proposed the Cartiner Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees.
Although to him, they're freaking stepping stones.
The Monitorists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
I mean, to be fair, they are only just showing the true colors there.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the Syndicate?
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the Syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents.
Yeah, again, you're threatening their, I guess, pride, their pocket?
This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right. If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped.
Well, those you have to think of the greater good, not just of the individual. But also, her having her head in the clouds, it's kind of more akin to, like, she has loftier goals she wants to try and achieve. In a sense.
But as you have informed us, the Monitorists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
I mean, that kind of was supposed to be the point of the Syndicate, was to try and tackle this as a group.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the Immortal Flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Ul'dah's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the Monitorists with a rod to beat Rauban.
Eorzea can ill afford for the Immortal Flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. cannot be done to improve the situation in Ul'dah?
I mean, to be fair, I think all three of the nations at this point in time are still trying to fix themselves, as it were. Because, I'm trying to remember what they got going, but they got kind of like the elemental stuff kind of going. I think there's kind of like the most stable at this point in time, and then probably Liminsa is probably the next stable, and then Ul'dah, unfortunately, is kind of at the bottom right now, as far as that goes.
The true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few. The monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends.
I mean, it's kind of literally in their name as well, monetarists, as in, like, monetizing, as in money.
For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people.
Oh? Because I wonder if at this point in time, maybe just get rid of everything. Just have like a diplomacy kind of going instead. Where the people in the government are elected by the people, for the people. Kind of like modern day kind of stuff.
For Ul'dah to move forward, it is not only the Syndicate that must be dissolved.
Nay, you jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Roban to preserve order and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Ul'dah.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Ul'dah will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people.
I mean, to be fair, it's kind of how our own society went as well. Because, you know, we were ruled by royalty at one point, and then as, well, time progressed, it's like, well, we don't really need them anymore, so it became kind of what we got now.
Roban, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
Yeah, because even now, isn't she just kind of more of a figurehead at this point in time? Huh. Wait, what? What is required? Oh. Dungeon requirement. Okay, does that mean I have to go and complete those? The Palace of Embers, the Navel, and the Howling Eye. Interesting. What would that, wait, hold on, that'd be under trials, right? Yeah, because it was which one again? The Battle of Ember. So the Ifrit one, the naval. What's the naval one again? Oh, that's the Titan. Okay, so Ifrit, Titan, and then the Howling Eye, which is Garuda. I would say, do I even have it unlocked? Also, that's the Crystal Tower thing. Huh. Interesting. So I only have that one. How do we get the other ones then? Because I need the naval one. I need the Howling Eye one. Interesting. So even if I had gotten to this point last night, I still would have had to stop there. Because I have like a vague idea of what I need to do. I just need to find the right quest to go on. Panic Manor, it's definitely Pirates, the Ultimate Ballad. Blood for Stone? I'm just gonna accept all of them at this point in time. This one, Wanderer's Palace. Because all these blue ones, they're just to unlock everything. It's usually like dungeons and stuff. That's probably just like a hard version of the manor. Ah. And that's probably the dragon we fought before to try and get the Leviathan back. Or the Enterprise. So I wonder if the ultimate ballad thing is for Bard class. Oh my god, something to die for? Okay, that's that one. Interesting. Because we're just working on this stuff at this point in time. Hi, excuse me, sir, Mr. Gilnoff. Hi, sir. Thank you. Not when we needed that. Okay, Wandering Minstrel. What? Hello? Guess not at the Ancients. Okay, I didn't realize I just needed to talk to him again. I need to talk to this person. And yes, I know, I'm just kind of skipping through this. Again, I'm just trying to unlock things here, sir. But yeah, I'm still assuming this is just for bar class anyways. Ultimate's Bane? Yeah, that not be the one. That be the one there, sir. Inspire the tales of your victory over the ultimate weapon. The Wandering Minstrel. Now, the Wandering Minstrel come to reference tales compose an epic ballad in your honor. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, that just kind of seems like we're taking on the ultimate weapon again, basically. Okay, and not the one we needed then. Freak. Now I guess I have to just kind of wander around trying to find the quests I need them, while getting rid of some of the other ones. But yeah, I imagine I also have to go back to Limsa. I probably have to talk to somebody there to unlock the one there for Titan. I forget, is it both in the same area for them? There's Garuda. I can't remember if Garuda and Titan are in the same area or not. Hello, sir. Thalion? Again, my boy should not be able to fit in this goddamn freaking tower. But hey, here we go. Oh, you're for this one, I sir. No, but yeah, I think this is supposed to be just for this again. Hello, sir. I am back. There we go. Stone Vigil hard, now accessible. Okay. No. Nope, stop it. There we go. That'd be the one I want to go to, sir. Not freaking elements, huh? I was like, what am I hearing? Burning Horizons? Okay, that's probably not the one we need. Dark Divinity? Which one would it be? Judgments of Bulls? Okay, that's gotta be freaking Rambo. Seeking Solace? Okay, that's for the manor. That's probably just talking to the butler again. What the fuck off. That is what I want, sir. Bloody hell. Every time. Again, I don't get how I am selecting somebody on the other side of the goddamn freaking crystal. Like I said, I am trying to just select the crystal, sir. But yeah, I think the two that I need are gonna be in freaking Limsa, unfortunately. But yeah, into the vigil, seek entry into the Hockey Manor. Oh, that is the end of that one then. How close are we to the exit? Not even closer. Wait, hold on. Right. The third should be able to get me where I want, right? If I remember correctly. Oh boy. Okay, so that should be over here. What's this? Training this layout. Oh, that's for the archer thing I'm doing. Yeah, that's what that is. But yeah, just back to the manor again to get the hard version of this. That? Because I kind of wish it just did it so it's go. You unlock the hard version of this. Not like, hey, you have to go in there, sir. I don't have time for that, sir. I'm just trying to run around and unlock things at this point in time. Enter the blue? Oh, okay, that's for blue mage. Interesting. Because with that one, I think that's the dancer one over there. Mechanist. Rogue. Not what we're looking for. World of a Time. Okay, that's gonna be Leviathan. Drop Dead Shiva? Ooh, hold on. Infrared Garuda Awakening? Oh, that's gotta be the one I need then. But also, why is that one logged? Ooh, unless I have to do the Afraid one first? Wait, that's over in, Oh. Why is that in freaking Vesper Bay, though? That's the definitely Pirates one. King the Hall. I mean, I guess might as well go to those ones. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably closest. Again, I really wish we could get around here a little bit faster than just moving on foot here. Again, just like have infinite sprint everywhere. What? Oh, and this is supposed to be down here? No. Why is it showing like right? It's like showing like right here. That's because it's right here. Again, freaking map sucks it. Because I didn't even have like a little up arrow or down arrow. That was just here. Oh, man. Or unless the way to unlock what I need is only just going through the, wrong way. Is by doing the Afraid one and then the Garuda one? Interesting. So kind of curious though, where exactly can I get a freaking umbrella? It's not gonna lie, I kind of want one for when it's actually raining, thunderstorming. Ugh, itchy. Why is that itchy? Hold on, was he not the person I needed to talk to? No, that was in Vesper Bay, right? Okay, ba-da-ba-da-ba-dum. I need to go here. Yes, brain not working. Hold on. Beyond the Void. Wait, hold on. Why does this seem familiar? Again, free company things, I still have no idea what I want to do with that. Hold on. We need to be going here. Why don't I just do the freaking good old map way here? We want this, and then we want that. Then we want, actually, where in Bam? Why pay money here when you could travel for free? Hey, before I do anything else here, I also need to go grab water. So I shall just get my boy inside here. The Weaponsmith of Legend, Whirl of a Time. Okay, they're all inside there? Okay, ow, it's gonna be the Oranger then that gives us all those. Or is Orange A? Probably. I'm assuming over here. Oh, it's Papumo that gives it. Okay, so yeah, you have to go through the free one first before he'll give you this one. Interesting. Okay, give me a second. I need to go grab water. Okay, just in time. So, okay, you have to go and do that. What was my last one that I'm missing then? The one for Titan. Hold on. Because again, I thought this one was in Limsa. Interesting. Huh. You have a few as well, sir. Because that's Leviathan and Shiva. Okay, so I know where the Garuda one is. I was trying to get my hands on the other one. Or at least find the other one. Also, what is this one? Nature appears concerned about your equipment. Yeah, me frickin' too. Rowena. Ooh, okay. Hey, wonder if that's the lady we were talking to before. Interesting. I guess I can go and talk to her for a half second here. Okay, she should be up here in the forge area. Actually, oh, it's this freaking place. Okay. We are basically trapezing around the countryside here. Not really making a whole lot of freaking progress. You know what we should do? That? Because we should at least start on it. Then we'll grab, or at least try and find the other one when we get back. So we could probably do that one and then go do the Garuda one. Because not only do we have to unlock them, we also have to do them. Ooh, a Relic Reborn is now available from Geralt. This quest can only be undertaken when someone... Oh, it's one of the following jobs. Paladin, Warrior, Monk, Dragoon, Bard, Ninja, Black Mage, Summoner, White Mage, or Scholar. In order to accept a Relic Reborn, you must first complete the level 50 quest for one of the previously mentioned jobs. Oh, each job has its own Relic Reborn quest. Oh. Now, you can only take one Relic Reborn quest at any given time. Also, you have to complete, like, say, like, the Warrior one first before you want to do any other ones. If you wish to acquire a different Relic weapon, you must either complete or abandon the current one. Why is that worse than what I got, though? Obtain the time-worn bravura from a treasure coffer in Ugamera Ikumaru Mines? Oh, we're going here. Interesting. Wonder if relic weapons are even freaking worth it. Because I think it's supposed to be like, oh god, fuck, let me out of here. Oh. Yeah, I wonder if it's supposed to be like this game's version of like an ultimate weapon, basically. But also, would it be an actual ultimate weapon? Considering, like, I think like the max level right now is like, what, 100? 100 or like 110? Or no, I think it's supposed to be going up to 110. Yeah, I'm gonna be kinda wandering here. What? Oh, come on, really? Fine. But yeah, I wonder, how exactly this is gonna differ from... I'll think of it, the other one that we did? Like, I imagine, like, attack patterns are gonna be different, right? What was I doing here again? I'm gonna obtain the thing here. Gonna get some of this here. Okay, are we actually gonna get there? How we are this time? Also, I don't know why it pops up with this light party and then full party. That part I don't get. At least it just puts you straight into the fight. As if going crazy for a freaking dungeon. But yeah, I don't imagine this is going to be that crazy anyway. So once we can take care of this little AoE thing, again, if it's even the same as before. Oh boy, all the other ones are paladin. Freaking killing it the whole time. That problem, sir. Oh, I received 2-player accommodations. Hell yeah. Also, how many of those do I even have right now anyways? I have freaking 22. I don't know if that's good or not. But I have 22. Hell yeah. Ooh. I have found what I want. I shall get it. Thank you, sir. So is it really just this easy to just get one of these? What the f- sure. It's like, you just have to go in here, grab it out of the chest, and you're golden too, you know? It's causing well, I imagine this is only the first step, but hey, a man can dream. Okay, 415, sir, bloody hell. But also, we can go back to, Papamo and grab, Garuda. But then that still leaves me with the problem of where the frick is the one for Titan? I don't know what the quest is even called for that one. Which again, was Titan not freaking Limbs Elements of freaking region? My own region. Again, it's been so long that my brain has forgotten what region he came out of. I'm also kind of hoping that this freaking relic thing that I am nabbing here, I'm hoping I can upgrade it. Kind of like in the same vein as, like, say, well, basically any, like, ultimate weapon starter little thing where it's kind of shite and then you just kind of upgrade as you go. Okay, here you go, sir. Oh? Deliver a materia enhanced barbarian's Bardish to move what? Huh. For the first step, the weaponsmith bids you venture within the key. To retrieve it. Merging the old with the new. That is embedding the old relic inside of a new host weapon. You must bring him a barbarian's bardiche melded with two grade 3 battle dance materia. Where the heck am I gonna get a freaking barbarian bardiche? Wait, hold on. What? Replica vendor? Demon kettles? Why is that an option? Sir? Why is that one the option? Oh, Weather Conqueror to get a Conqueror. That's the weapon I have right now, though. Interesting. Huh. So why am I naked? That's just weird, sir. Barbarians Bardiche. Is that gonna be like through my crafting? Yeah, would that be through smithing? Huh. Or was that one of the previous weapons I did have? Barbarian Bardiche. Where the frick do I keep on from? Crafting recipes. So yeah, it is through blacksmithing. I can make one that way. But requires level frickin' 50. Oh. Interesting. Oh, that is actually the only way, isn't it? Or can I buy it? Ooh, hold on. Special recipes? Recipes in the special recipes category of the crafting log are used primarily to craft items required when progressing through certain quests and duties. Among these recipes are items that are not recorded in the crafting log, and will therefore not grant an experience points bonus when crafting for the first time. The crafting log's filter settings can be used to view only those recipes that will be recorded when crafted. Oh. Duzel koala and starboard wings? What? What is this stuff for? It kind of seems like for like a ship of my own, basically. Airship of my own. Huh. But this is all probably just like... Yeah, this is XL class? Huh. Weird. But that's interesting. So yeah, apparently I have to go off and do that one if I want those. Okay, well in that case, we're off and running back to, what's his face? Monsieur Paplemo. To at least get the Garuda one, which is also probably going to be a hard dungeon. It'd be kind of nice though if, like, after I beat that one, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, here's where the last one, where you find it, for what you require. The heck? What is this? Ghost of Amador. Dungeon requirement, the Orm fail. Be interesting, dude. But yes, I can at least get this one out. Oh, Mr. Paplemo, sir. I hear you triumph over your feat. Of course, it's no less a feat than I would expect of a warrior of light. Thank you, sir. Yeah, because you basically have to go off and go talk to them now. So yeah, Garuda was good down here, but yeah. Freaking guitar jump scare this, sir. What the frick? Also, he is not quiet. Yes, let's see. This is... oh, excuse me. The closest one, sir. Man. So what is this? Yeah, that's the Ramble one. So they have Ramble and Garuda. Garuda seeking solace. Okay, what is this one? Corythus? Is it always in Corythus? Maybe I'm just losing it. Okay, but we're at least getting that done. Because this is all just like little side quests here. Those are just levies here. Is this also just levies? Yeah, this is also levies. Interesting. Ah, I see what I'm going to. So you are 4 levels ahead of what this is supposed to be at. It's a keys, I know. Hold on, what am I missing? Too far away. There we go. Also we're at 3,300 for that. Interesting. I also want to know, where's the last one? Because that was called, the Naval? Yes, the Naval. Hard unlock. So where do I find this one? In a tight spot from your stola. First and foremost, back to there. Wasn't she back in Madonna? She here or she in maybe I just came back to the wrong place. So I thought your Stola was in... Oh no, your Stola is here, technically. Oh, wait, hold on. That actually tell me... Okay. Oh wait, hold on. That's back in Vesper B. I didn't realize that was just right there the entire freaking time. Man, I feel dumb. Oh, of course it was in here. Let me guess, it was in here and I just completely did not notice. But I imagine, yeah, Inner Titan spot. Okay, so yeah, I probably have to beat this one first anyways before I can actually accept that one. I wish I could just accept all 3 of them at once and then just go and beat them all at once. Ugh. That would help a lot. Cause currently we're still at the, I think, end. Yeah, we're still like at the end of the 2.4 patch. We'll have to beat the next 2 dungeons, this one and the next one, before I let it be in 2.5. Then subsequently 2.55. Again, she's got such a freaking good design, it's ridiculous. That one. I'm here, sir. Where you going? Where are you going? Get back here. Thank you for the heals. Oh my god, bro. Where are you going? Hey, get back, you bitch! Fucking hey! There we go. Where are you going? He ain't going nowhere. There we go. And she thought she was going somewhere. Nice. Well, guess what? You were the only one that can actually. Well, hey, nice. What the fuck? Sure. Nice. Also, before I forget, I think I still had the other one, right? Gotta fucking sort my shit here, sir. I thought I had two, or maybe I just had the one. Oh my god, what the fuck did I just get, sir? Can I use it? Brutus blood? I fucking sort this shit. Oh, man. Oh, but I like the design, bro. Why does it have to be worse? So what is this? Oh, what the heck? How did I get this again? What the fuck is Samurai one? I mean, not exactly my thing, sir. What's this? Oh, that's the bird thing I've been collecting as well. Okay, it's for the bird thing. That was the previous one. Let's put the bird one again. Dum-dum. I need to ration. Also, out of curiosity. Okay, so yeah, it is the requirement thing. It's a crazy freaking HP difference. 192 compared to what? 5,000, I think? As my health is still going up. What is this? Silver, bronze pieces. I should probably get rid of those as well. Okay, but 7,067. Nice. Because I want to go back here for a second. Because I need to remember who I needed to talk to for the freaking ATM thing. I think I have to go back to the forge area. I think that's the place I needed to trade at. There it is, the antique helm thing. Oh, that's what that's used for. Interesting. Well, that's handy. Still the game at this point, thinking like, ah, yes, you're supposed to have been using this stuff already for your other stuff. Yeah, supposed to. Okay, but damn. Again, we're working on it. Okay, wait, we're supposed to be at Maelstrom Command, which means back here. How am I doing for this? 3,300. And I think I still needed, what, 5,000 for my promotion thing that I needed, right? If I remember correctly. I was nearly headed the wrong freaking way. In the back and talking to this lady again. Thank you. Yes, 5,000 indeed. Well then I have to tune to the aetherite within the mines. To the mines, sir. So that's another 700, so that would get me to 4,000? That's not bad, though. That'll make me like 1,000 away from what I need. For I guess we get more requirements for the next promotion. And again, I'm still very glad that I cannot smell this bloody area. Cause you fucking stink, lads. Goddamn freaking sulfur. I need to go this way, sir. I'm sorry, sir, but I do not have time for you, your little games. Oh, I have a freaking beastie to go freaking haunt. Also, I need to remember this time not to get bloody knocked out. I can go this way, and then around? Because of course I can't just have a nice direct path to where I need to be going. Way there? Yes? Actually, no, I didn't even go down here. What am I doing? That is what we need to be attuning to, sir. Do not interrupt me, sir. Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, make sure I'm off that, on that. Oh, holy frick, that was... What the hell? How was that so freaking quick? That was like instant. And of course, it's always the things that are first and foremost to go to the front. Or to accept. Then it's usually healers, then it's usually freaking DPS last. But yeah, this has the freaking platform I can get knocked off, so I have to remember to use my distance one. I don't know what it's called, but I remember what it looks like. But it's supposed to prevent knockback. I just hope that when it happens, I'm actually paying attention. If I remember correctly, it has a very short duration, 15 seconds. But yeah, arm's length is what it's called. Charge! Hi, come to me, Big Papa. Okay. Bam. Okay, come on. No, select him, motherfucker. There we go. My god. Bro. Again, why does it always freaking happen? Select him. Select him. Select the motherfucker. Thank you. Jesus. Why does this happen to me? Pray to God, man. No! Fuck's sake! Oh my god, brother! Nice, did not get freaking knocked off this time. Alright. I guess nobody wanted it? Alright, sure. Random. Oh my god, but again, the amount of times it's like, yeah, you know what, you can't select the person you want. It's like, why not, sir? I want to select the person I want. Hey, take me back to the freaking Revenant stall here. So now... God, fuck, sorry. Because I was moving, wasn't it? And what does this one look like, sire? So what did I get here? Fist of Craig? Oh, Pugilist Monk. Axe of Craig's. Oh my god, really? That would have been dope to have. For fuck's sake. Why? Why me, sir? Oh man. Isn't that how it always freaking goes? Mm-hmm. Dum bum ba da bum da ba dum bum. Now I can progress. Minfilia. I am most eager to address the ASEAN threat. However, we dare not neglect our other pressing concerns. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face, and our relationship with the Ishgard is still tenuous at best. I mean, it's still on the right road, the right path. To think that the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Some days I wonder if it was wise for us to take on so many other responsibilities. Well, too late now. Lest you forget, Antecedent, the Scions need not shoulder the burden alone. Were not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason? True, we are presented with a multitude of problems. However, we have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Jin, in particular, is ever a steadying hand, who I trust will continue to support the Braves. To what do we owe the pleasure? Have there been any further developments regarding the situation in Ul'dah? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest-ranking officers was a Garlean agent. Suffice it to say, Teleji Eldeji and his monetarist ilk have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with the ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General Raban needs our help, and I will direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. If I am to If I am to stay abreast of the latest developments and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so, for the foreseeable future, I think it would be best if I were to remain in Ul'dah. Unless you have an objection. None whatsoever. We have matters here well in hand. Moonbreeder's research is proceeding as planned. So she tells me, though I'm not familiar with the details. Erninger is poring over his tomes at the Waking Sands, and the others are contributing their own ways. Alas, the key problem, how to form an ethereal blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it is only a matter of time. Jin, while we focus on that task, mayhap you could assist Alphino and his braves with theirs. It would do much to restore the faith in the immortal flames if the Warrior of Light was seen working on their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound to organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Now then, there are preparations I must attend to before my departure, such as receiving Briol's latest report. He's proven to be quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret, and so I placed him under my direct command in order for him to investigate the Ul'dah riots. When you're finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask. I mean, you probably will have a favor to ask either way, sir. Actually, why? If there are any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. Okay, by frickin' Crystal. What if there are gonna be other ones that also are gonna require multiple dungeons to be completed before we can go? Because I know there is like range to request one in the future, or I guess there will be, should be. That make it so you go into a dungeon. Interesting. Okay, before I talk to Briol here, I gotta take a piss. Give me a second. Okay, I'm big. Oh, time to find out what he is found out. Pleasure as always, Jen. You'll be escorting the commander to Ul'dah, I take it? Actually, I had another task in mind for him. If you'd be so kind as to repeat your report for his benefit. Right then. Me and mine have been making inquiries into the source of the weapons, what found their ways into refugee hands a ways back. So happens we caught a wind or something promising. A rather large purchase of sharp and pointy things by a black musketeer holed up near Highbridge. I doubt that this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not already have clients waiting. Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer for this transaction to remain secret. Ring to mind that merchant what caught an arrow while talking to Jin, don't it? Generous fellow he was, doling out swords and spears to the downtrodden and disgruntled. Which isn't to say that the clients have the same mischief in mind. But if you want to be sure, might ye be prudent to intervene before they collect their goods, savvy? Aye, sir. Seizing the weapons before they fall into the wrong hands would be for the best. However, if we strike at the appointed hour, we might capture the black marketeer as well as his clients. What say you? Then it is settled. A rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at Highbridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. Now then, if you excuse me, I must leave for Ul'dah. I expect good tidings. Interesting. Highbridge. Where is Highbridge? Highbridge, Thanalan. Oh, just east of Camp Drybone. I haven't been back to Thanalan in a while. Interesting. It's not gonna lie, I keep getting that I can just fly. So it just seems like it's raining everywhere today. Let's see, where was that other one? That we were down there. Yeah, bud. Dad, Jen, my scouts have been keeping a close eye on the Black Marketeer, and it would seem that his guests have arrived. It would also seem that he has hired more than a few men to stand guard. Common thugs of no consequence, but they nevertheless pose a threat. And even so, I feel compelled to apologize. This is far beneath a man of your standing, and Commander Levellier needn't have dispatched you hither. But powerful men have ever need of a loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, it is only natural that he would come to rely upon you without hesitation. Interesting. Now then, we should make for the burning wall without delay and secure those weapons. The first unit will ensure that the clients do not escape. With me. Hi, sir. Thank you, random soldier man. It's not the button that beat the button. Also, it's all the way freaking down there. Why be down there, sir? Okay, yeah, this is through here again. Let's say, isn't this how we got into this, place before with the corrupted crystal? It is, Hey, I spy the one man, but there are sure to be others. I have a plan. While you approach the sentry and create a distraction, my men and I will slip past and catch the Black Marketeers unawares. Yeah, once you've disposed of the thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel entrance. Any questions? No? Well, then let us be off then. Good luck, my friend. Hi, sir. just imagine it is that. Here we go. No, don't get off my thing. Yeah, who goes there? An adventurer? Damn fool, you should never have come here. Yeah, unfortunately, you were the reason I'm here, sir. Oh, hey, hi. Ah, there is another one. Probably there, right? Bum ba da ba da bum bum. Because I'm assuming we're just waiting for people to try and not escape. I don't understand. What's this all about? I'm hoping that was them apprehending the black marketeers and not my boys getting their ass kicked by somebody. Oh, he's still fine. Good. What happened though? He's not dead, is he? Or did he get taken out in the same fashion as our other friend? As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out. But before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. How foolish of me to underestimate the bastard, and to bring an inexperienced recruit. Commander Levelier's club will be most disappointed. Damn it all, a golden opportunity wasted. As for the clients, though we know not how, they slipped past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently tracking a party of dusk white sellswords we suspect may be them. Would that we could have enlisted the aid of the Immortal Flames or the Brass Blades. Alas, we're here to aid them. They're in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least, we have secured the weapons. Yet even that accomplishment is lacking, for the information we received indicated a massive shipment. And this is anything but. Huh. It's bait and switch, unless this was just meant for a distraction for the real one? For the real, transferring of weapons? I'll join the first in their hunt for the Duskwhite sellswords. If the gods are good, we will catch them before they escape the Black Shroud, or escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Ul'dah in my stead. Entrust them to the Third's Yu Hansu, and he will take care of the rest. Back to Ul'dah, you say, sir. So does this one... Actually, you know what? While we're here... I might as well get this finished out as well. Wait, hold on. Can I just... Should be able to go up and above. Perfect. And I'll finish this one while we're over here as well, just to kind of get it off the list. So it should be just kind of here, right? I see. This is just the hard version of this dungeon. Bottom. Yeah, have the tally hard, now accessible. Also, not where I want to go anyways. I want to be, no, not that one, that one. Okay. How's it almost freaking 11 o'clock? What the fuck is you Hase anyways? Sir, where are you? That's a different one. Not the one we're after, sir. Where is freaking Yu Hase here? Oh, you were up here. What is our closest one? Weaver? Iteration. I wanted to do that. Thank you. I don't know why, but I thought there was another way of getting up here than here. Okay, where is freaking little Yu Hase? Ah, there we go. Oh, the railroad's here as well, as long as Alien. Two people whom I recruited. Ah, the warrior of light, ever reliable friend to the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for your assistance in Corthus. Now, what brings you to us this day? Yeah, I have these. Here. Weapons, A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Ailbert, you say? Also, it's Ailbert, not Ailbert. Understood. Once we've cataloged the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? We all stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. A blatant falsehood. Clearly Rio was unfamiliar with the ways of Uldan merchants, whoever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. We should be thankful that his information was not completely erroneous, that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. It's still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not to seek glory in battle. If you have no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the ceruleum processing plant. Time for the fourth there in the keep, eh? Well, fight Reliant for the freedom of us all. I mean, also, wasn't there supposed to be like another part of the shipment, though? Excellent work, as always, my friend. Rest assured that the Immortal Flames will hear of your contribution. Until we meet again. Rio, Jin, a word of it, please ye. What's up, sir? Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time. Don't you worry. Yeah, because he was the one that we had to frickin' whistle for to frickin' find. Okay, because that is actually... Wow, that's actually not that far away. We just run there. A lot closer than I was expecting. I don't know why my brain was thinking farther away. Sir, what have you found? Thanks for indulging me, request. Few places better than a mug for privacy, I find. All the hustle and the bustle of commerce means most conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point. At the Burning Wall, when you and the captain interrupted the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything. Leave no detail out. Because I wonder if our panicked recruit was no mere recruit. Was our silencer like the archer was? That's not quite how the first told it. These Duskwights they were chasing. The latest word is that we lost the trail. But you never saw them yourself. Not before the fighting started, and not after. Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in me bones. Not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boast. Our information was reliable, goddammit. I know he purchased those weapons. It's as if I've never deciphered a moneylender's books, or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back in the Braves, when the Braves were getting started, believe me. The commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days, the money flows like water. May the first and third get the shiniest new toys. Forgive me, friend. I've a lot on my mind these days, and I appreciate you landing in the ear. Right then, best to get back to it. Huh. Again, kind of curious who our frickin' panic recruit was, though. Still smell an assassin. Jin, can you hear me? This is Tataru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you're able. That's usually Minfilius, like, hey, can you come and see me? Like, maybe. But Tataru, eh? What does Tataru want? Interesting. I always get some fucking turnaround here. I don't know why. Hi, sir. Tataru? Thank you for coming so quickly. We've a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most, a determined lady by all indications. Oh, I wonder if it's our lady tonight. Also, why does she want to see me? Never mind, I think I know. It's gonna be the freaking guardian of the lake. Our guest is with the antecedent of the solar at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we? I also forget her name already. Because we only like just found it out yesterday. Ah, it is Lucia. That's what it was. So hopefully, voice acting.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you.
Voice acting.
I believe the two of you have met.
Yes.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
Oh?
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Wonder if this has to do with the Asians that
Now
are by
that
the
we're all
Holy Sea.
assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
Which I guess only we got to see in like a cutscene.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers.
Oh, this is gonna be what's his
Not
face.
since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
That's what it was, Midgard Somber. I don't know why I always forget that.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Gallian fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Kind of cool to look
Ariange
at.
has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragon Star portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life.
Unless that one just simply remains and he gets like a new body.
Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgardsormr had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Maybe?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgardsormr.
But something made some sort of noise at least.
Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights.
Hence why you came to us then, because we do not need that. We can just go
Therefore,
look.
Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept? We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Yeah. Weren't they already struggling with what they got, though? Unless they got some sort of other plan. Machinations, maybe? Forgive me if I state aught which you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. As Arian J stated, what we know called the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next step in his campaign to subjugate Eorza, Gaius von Balsar attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought that his victory was a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorza's aid that day. Midgardsormr, legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. What would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging the Agrius. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's cerulean engines failed, and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. The same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls into the desolate wasteland that it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing aether for realms around. So I wonder if it also crystallized the tower, or the tower was already crystallized at that point. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with Sir Emric's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own tasks. There is much to be done, and precious little time to do it. Also, it was nice seeing her again. Interesting. Guess we still have the freaking tower to go into at some point as well. But I don't know if that's gonna be like main story quest related or not. Cause that was also like that 24-man raid, the really big one. Again, don't know if that is what exactly we needed. Oh, or it's gonna be a But yeah, that thing is goddamn freaking huge. Where am I going here? Oh, Albert here. Hello, sir. You're in luck, sir. I was about to send word to Revenant's Toll about the Garleans. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Castrom's entry, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake, though I cannot say for certain at this distance. I believe they may be salvaging something from the wreckage. Guess maybe there's like a technology that they really want to have back, I guess. The Castrom supply lines have been cut for some time, and whether they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment. There's also that, I guess. So, it's true then. This Guardians honestly fear that the worm might rise again. Well, from here, that seems rather unlikely, but if it's assurances they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage, and the aforementioned Guardians who won't take kindly to your presence. To be fair, isn't that like every dungeon? So if we do not like you being here, we shall now help you. They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrias, then climb to the top. That's the only viable approach, I'd say. Keep the lake now accessible. What is being... hold on. Something else is selected here. Yeah. How about we unselect that one? Then select you. Oh, I could... I keep forgetting this is a thing I can do, where I can just select clear... Oh my god. Where I can just select clear, selection, and then I can just do the other ones. Oh my god, that is ridiculous how fast that was. God damn, it looks cool up close. Oh. Who's that a ninja? I see, sir. A ninja, and then something else. Bam. Hello, sir. Bam. Nice. What? What? Brother? The fuck? swear I'm like selecting people, but then you just deselect stuff. How the frick does that work? Bam. Sick, bro. Yikes! Okay. Again, just making sure. I wonder if I can stand this thing. Sir, what are you doing? Fuck, he has a gun? Why does he have a gun, sir? Where is this thing gun? Oh my god, bro. Better. Okay. Yes, I say not much I can do with that one, unfortunately. I completely missed with that one. Oh boy. It's fine, sir. Bam, 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 bam. Ow. That's a nice hole. Yeah, that's fine. Da-ba-dum. Bam. Fuck you. I'm catching a big fella. There we go. we got him behind there as well. And where? Come here, big fella. Fuck, it doesn't affect him. That's annoying. Here. Yeah, come here, big fella. It's like he'll tag you. Oh, that's because it's on the fucking ground. That'd be why. Never mind. Okay, let's head over to the next one if there is indeed another one. Oh, that looks fun. Okay, just making sure. Bam! Okay, stun resist, fantastic, just frickin' usual, I guess. Yes, I'm just getting lit on fire here, sir. Not nice. Bam. Bam. I mean, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. It does not matter that much either way. can't be using it. Oh, my luck is sir. Ha! Cast down in the bogan. How? Excuse me, sir? Okay, on to the next swarm. That's an asshole.
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and waketh me from slumber sweet?
What the heck? Interesting. So he isn't dead, just kinda... in stasis? Or his spirit was still there, but not as...
Thou hast forgotten the face of thy Lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
I mean, he cool, though. Yeah, both of us are like, oh, pretty cutscene. Alright, ready, lads? Charge! Lordy. Yeah, I know not what he's trying to do, but also how about... Ooh, frick. Goddamn. I also need to remember to freaking utilize that at some point as well. What, can we not select? Sir? Is that possible? I can select him. I guess I'm fighting him still. Is fine. Interesting. What? Okay, now we can fight these things. Where? Sir? What the hell is this? What's he doing to me? Are they trying to, sir? What are you trying? He just really likes me. He's a big fan of me. He's a guy. I like the fan of you too. Here, let me just attack you. Because I'm sure that is exactly what he wants. Why are you standing in the freaking way? If you would hit that, you won't let him focus, yeah. Bam. There we go, nice. So hell yeah. At least the blooms were nice and noticeable this time. Bam. I got always, ooh, what? Accessing the right? I mean, I don't need that. Oh, that's because they're all gone right. Never mind. It's like, ah, yeeks.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve. Speak, mortal, and I shall listen.
Ooh, I have earned his ear.
Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn.
Huh.
Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds.
I mean, that's kind of fucked up though, sir.
We do not forget. We do not forgive.
Which means no getting along.
7 children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end.
Reprieve, aka just us talking to him.
Trickery is thy shield. This frail, ignoble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent.
To what?
Fear not, mortal. shall not harm thee.
Huh. Well, that's nice of you. What did he do? Back to here again. Oh. That doesn't seem good. Does this have to do with the freaking vision that we saw before of the, Great Mother Crystal going dark? Now, is that his doing, or...
Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker. Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand.
Yeah, but probably...
mine.
I say, probably not by you, but by someone you know. By your orders.
I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing.
Oh, which part of it?
Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more.
Oh, he's cute. Can I keep him?
The
Come
covenant binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait. Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp.
I mean, man is rather ambitious. Huh.
I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice. The dragon song heraldeth our beginning and an end.
Great. Does that mean now I have a little dragon minion? Yeah, I mean summon Midgard's Homer by selecting a corresponding entry within your minion guide. Oh, I guess that is technically his new body now? Interesting. That is here, minion. Interesting. Fascinating. I was beginning to fear the worst. Were those explosions I saw? Yeah, but you shouldn't waste time talking with me. Alphino left a message stating that you were to return to the Rising Stones at once. Interesting. Huh. Very interesting, sir. Are you going the right way? I am. I also need to go way freaking down here. Again, just flying over the wrong place again. Still. As per frickin' usual. But yeah, I don't know what blessing he's talking about. Maybe it's that shield thing that we had before in that one dungeon fight with the ultimate weapon. Praise the 12 that you are hale and whole. I came as soon as Minfilia informed me of Sir Amaric's request. You've completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it? Then I would hear your report. It's a gap. By the way, I got stripped of my freaking blessing. Kinda fucked up. You conversed with Midgar Somar? I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it with a considerable skepticism. Are we to understand that the Wormlord did not perish and has in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? Yeah. Huh. Less a resurrection, more of a rejuvenation for he who dwelt in eternity. Years passing as moments. Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Maybe this is what leads into Heavensward then. Clearly, an attack is imminent, and we must share this information with Sir Amaric immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgar Somar in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a grave but necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection and for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. Just to say, what about Lucia that's outside the frickin' door here? As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Amaric's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now. Is there something you're not telling us, Jin? You seem different somehow. Just almost as if you're missing something important. Yeah, as I say, you'd also be kind of privy to this. 12 forfend. Midgar Somar stripped you of the blessing of the light? Are you alright? How do you feel? I see. It is a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. I'm hoping the blessing did not include the fact that I cannot be influenced by primals. Hopefully that part did not go away. The Pickers believe that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgar Somar made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the Great Worm. Elthik and Nimia, brother Time and sister Fate, decreed that Midgar Somar ever watch over the source, from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder, what if this was the covenant of which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods with whom he treated, but Heidelin herself? Well, if he was watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask. Let's keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly, because, yeah, only me and you have the freaking echo thing going on. Hi. Speaking to this devil, art thou a pawn, or master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal? Interesting. I mean, yeah, we've had our help with a bunch of things. We've also done a bunch of things on our own as well.
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Wormlord and lived to tell the tale.
Also, jump scare freaking voice acting.
I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to even freaking help them anyways.
Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different.
Yeah, something tells me this is going to be
And
different.
now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Yeah, I imagine she didn't get told about us conversing with him then?
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
To be fair, I don't think anybody's freaking convinced. Interesting. The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries. Nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgard Somber who roared, a call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Until such time as they choose to request our aid, however, we do not but observe the situation at a distance, and pray that our fears are unfounded. I mean, to be fair, isn't that what they did with the Calamity? It's now the frickin', now the tables have turned there, sir. So, Aether on demand. Hold on. Okay, I was gonna say we're just like halfway through this next patch already. It was only quest, but still. I forget. I believe Brita has requested a gathering of the Scions. I assume there has been some progress concerning our efforts to combat the Ascians. Pray inform her that our business with the Ishgardians is concluded for the moment. I shall be along once I've completed my communications with the Crystal Braves. I thought we were going into the solarium right away. Ah, all done with your talk of dragons? Wonderful, because the Ascians are next on the menu. Let's head into the solar, shall we? Indeed. Because I'm curious as to what we've figured out, or if Krill, her Winfrey's friend, never woke up at all.
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking, I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know. So, an Ascian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void.
Right.
Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Ascian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of.
True.
As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
But we can assume it to be very, very, very dense.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether. Hang on a minute. Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods? Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
He's goddamn a freaking Bob quiz.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Yeah, and the amount we would need would be like a freaking, I guess, mountain size.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian's soul? Or still more?
Like a mountain's worth.
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve. And I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source.
Oh?
And the only viable source is the land.
Huh. Okay, but if we draw upon the land, would that kill the land in question, though? Since you're taking away the ether, the source of, like, I guess, essentially vitality?
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land?
Oh, okay, I mean, fascinating theory.
I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
True.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea.
Fascinating theory, but how do we,
I've
put it in
yet to put my
practice?
theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
I mean, what other choice do we have at this point in time? 'Cause you're the only one with
If
the
you
freaking
think
idea.
it's worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out.
So yeah, she's more of a practical scientist than a theoretical scientist.
Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether.
Okay, so you just want a smaller target then to test it out on.
Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum. During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end, they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant.
Wait, isn't that where Alane's unit went?
Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals. Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go. Besides, we can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Arceans will next appear.
True.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become a crystal brave, you are yet a scion, Alphino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thangred and Papalymo shall accompany you.
That's an interesting combo that's coming with me.
Ida and Yashtola, in the meantime, I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
I mean, those two have been together as well, so kind of makes sense. Also makes sense for Yashtola,
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
Thank you, Arianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you're able. Go well, and be safe.
Interesting. So it's freaking 5 minutes to midnight already? God damn. Okay, we need to talk to Monsieur Levelier. It would seem that events have once more conspired to rob us of rest and recuperation, though I'd wish it otherwise. I must ask that you head straight away to the processing plant. The Fourth have already deployed to the area, and await the arrival of the Scions. Wilred will brief you on the developing situation. I, meanwhile, must rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at our headquarters in Ildar. I shall take command of our forces there with a lighter heart, knowing that you go to support the front lines. Duties take you to Northern Thailand, do they not? Yeah, why? We too must say our farewells to the Rising Stones for a time. Flamen travels to Uldar, and she'll serve as her escort. Oh? At my daughter's behest, I go to contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are beset on all sides by civil unrest and imperial machinations, threatened by primals and troubled by dragons. We need all the allies we can muster. Many of my friends hold positions of power, you see, and it's my hope that they can be convinced to aid the Scion's cause. If past events have taught us anything, then we know that yours must present a united front, or we shall fall. How extraordinary that my little Isilia is involved in such far-reaching affairs. I am proud that I might now stand at her side, not only as a mother, but also as a colleague. A colleague with influential connections, no less. But I've heard that Ulda has become a place of danger, even for one so familiar with her streets. Bah! Woe betide the black god that so much as glares in your direction, my lady. I shall be well protected, it seems. Maybe. Shall we be on our way, then? Goodbye, sir. Interesting. A lot of movement happening here. Okay, wait, where are we going again? We are going to, frickin' processing plant. Here we go. But how is it already frickin' midnight? That is ridiculous how fast that went. Ugh. Hey. Well, I guess before we do anything else, I am gonna leave it there for now. Man, I was hoping to make a little bit more progress if we had to go off and do those raids. I mean, admittedly, I don't think it took that long, but still. Is it a bit yawn right now? Yeah. Yeah, Sanai's on. I shall toss you off to her. She's playing at Mina the Hollower, which I think is that... it is the new one with the little mouse. Curious as to what that is like. But no, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your day, evening, where it may be, and I'll be back tomorrow. Where again, I hope to make more freaking progress. More decent progress, I guess. Because we will have, like, I think, less than 20 left right now as far as quests. Then we'll be done. Alright, bye. Have fun. Enjoy.